I proposed to Maya. I love her. Chris's voice was firm, yet confused. But do you see yourself with her, really, in 10, 20 years from now? Debie, her sister, can give you so much more. Think about the connection, the social standing, Maya's. This is Maya. Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel to hear more about Maya's journey. Today, I'm sharing Maya's very personal story, one that's been both challenging and transformative. Maya's engagement day was supposed to be the happiest day of her life. Chris and Maya had chosen a quiet little venue by the lake where they first met. It was perfect, or so Maya thought, as she began sharing her plans with family and friends. The first sign of trouble started to show. Why there? It looked so cheap and frankly a bit tacky. Maya's mother didn't even try to hide her disdain as she flipped through the venue photos. Chris and Maya were excited about it. It's special to us. That's where we met. Maya tried to remind her, hoping to spark some understanding. Yeah, Mom, it's about what they feel for each other, not the price tag, Debie threw in. But her voice lacked genuine conviction. Debie is Maya's sister. It was clear she was just putting on a show for Maya. Maya should have known something was off when Debie kept asking about every detail. Her tone a little too serious and a little too sweet. So, what kind of dress are you thinking of, Maya? You should go for something simple to match the venue. Her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. As days turned into weeks, Maya's mother's criticism grew harsher. You really think someone like Chris is suited for you? He could do so much better with someone much better than you. Debie here, your sister, has been turning heads everywhere she goes. But I love him. Isn't that what matters? Maya was growing wary of having the same conversation in their living room. One evening, everything came crashing. Maya walked in on a conversation that would change everything. Just think about it, Chris. Debie is young, vibrant, and quite frankly more suited to someone of your caliber. Maya, well, she's always been a bit plain. Maya's mother didn't notice Maya standing at the doorway, her back turned as she spoke to Chris. I don't understand. I proposed to Maya. I love her. Chris's voice was firm, yet confused. But do you see yourself with her, really, in 10, 20 years from now? Debie, her sister, can give you so much more. Think about the connection, the social standing. Maya's mother was relentless. Hearing enough, Maya stepped into the room, her heart pounding in her chest. So, this is what you think of me. I am not good enough for him. Maya, it's not that No, let her speak, Chris. I want to hear how my own mother and sister feel about me. Maya couldn't hold back the tears, but she needed to stand her ground. Maya, you are just not right for him. You have to think about what's best for everyone. Maya's mother finally turned, her expression cold and calculating. And you, Debie, what do you have to say? Maya looked over at her sister, hoping for some ally, some sign of guilt. Maya, I just want what's best for the family. And maybe Mom is right. Enough! Maya cut her off. Chris, if this is what they think, if there is any part of you that doubts us, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Maybe you should be with Debie. Maya, no. I need some time. Chris, please, just go. And with that, Maya walked out, leaving her family and her fiancé behind. The ring heavy in her pocket that night at her friend Lily's. As she lay awake, replaying everything, her own family plotting behind her back, the shock was overwhelming. but it was also the wake-up call she needed. She couldn't live like this, trapped in a web of deceit and manipulation. Tomorrow's decision will be the start of something new, something great for Maya. She cancelled the wedding. The next morning, she sent text to Chris, told him she couldn't marry him. He is not sure about her yet. He can go be with her sister, Debie. It was the hardest decision of her life, but it was also the most freeing. As for her mother and Debie, she left them a note. She deserved respect and love, neither of which both can give her. She is starting fresh for her own good. Leaving the house that night, she didn't look back. The tears that streamed down her face were not just of sadness and betrayal, but also of a fierce resolve. For the first time, Maya was choosing herself. She spent the night at Lily's again, ignoring the multiple calls and messages from her mother and Debie. They said they were sorry, that they wanted to talk it out, but some things, once broken, can be mended, not with apologies, not with regret. Maya was done. The next morning, she made it official. No more wedding, no more ties to a family that valued her so little. It was time to start anew, even if she had to do it alone. You did the right thing, Maya. You don't deserve any of those things. Thanks, Lily. It just hurt. You know, to be betrayed by the people who are supposed to love you the most. I know, honey, but now it's about you. What do you need to start over? Honestly, just peace. A break from all the drama and manipulation. I need to find myself again. Good. And I think I know just the place for you. To start there, an opening at the bookstore where I work. It's quite calm and the people are nice. It will be good for you. A bookstore? Huh? I always love reading. Maybe it's just what I need. Starting at the bookstore wasn't just a job. It was the beginning of a new chapter. The smell of books was comforting and familiar. The regular customers were kind, and the conversations were about favorite authors and genres, not deceit and betrayal. It was a relief finding everything all right at the bookstore. This wasn't Maya, the woman scorned by her own family. She was Maya, the book lover now, the helpful assistant, and a friend. You are fitting in well here, Maya. Everyone loves you. Thanks, Lily. It's been a lifesaver. Really, this place is like a sanctuary for me. That's what books do. They heal. They've been doing it for ages. One evening, as Maya was closing up, Chris came in. Maya hadn't seen him since he left the note and walked out of their shared life. Her heart skipped a beat, not ready to face him, not yet. Maya, I've been trying to reach you. We need to talk. There is nothing to talk about, Chris. Everything was said that night. No, listen. I never agreed with them, with any of it. I was shocked, horrified that they could even suggest such thing. But you listened, Chris. You hesitated, and that's enough. You couldn't stand for me. I was caught off guard, but I love you, Maya. I always have. I just was stupid to even entertain their ideas for a second. Love isn't just a feeling, Chris. It's actions. It's choosing to stand by someone, even when it's hard. You hesitated to choose me when it counted. I know, and I regret that moment forever. But I'm here now, Maya, ready to do whatever it takes to win you back. I need time, Chris. Time to heal, to find who I am. I am on my own. You should do the same. Chris nodded with so much sadness in his eyes, but understanding too. I will wait for as long as it takes. And if one day you decide you can forgive me, I will be here. Watching him leave was bittersweet part of Maya. Maya still loved him, but a larger part cherished the new independence she was building. She wasn't ready to give that up, not for anyone. Life at the bookstore taught her more than she could have imagined, not just about books, but about resilience, about starting over. Years has passed. Since Maya chose walking away from her toxic mother and sister Debie, she opened a blog where she shared her experiences. Many people reached out to her in various ways, and Maya was doing so well. She got invited to speak at conferences, and she heard her sister Debie got married to her ex-fiancé Chris and wasn't doing so well at all. Maya knew she took the right decision by choosing herself. The marriage was already end before it began. Maya chose herself over everything and chose to live. Maya was proud of who she was becoming. The future was full of possibilities, and for the first time in a long time, she was excited to see what it held. One day, someone reached out to her. It was Debie, her sister. "We are sorry, Maya. We were wrong and we've been struggling a lot this past few years. I appreciate your apology, but understanding why it took so long might help me more. Why now, after all these years? We need help, Maya. Financially, we are drowning. We've made some bad choices. And you thought I would fix this for you? You've done so well for yourself. We just thought you might be willing to help. Your family helping my family would have looked very different years ago. What you're asking isn't just help, it's restitution for choices you've made without me. Maya, please, we are your family now. Isn't there a place in your heart for us? There was always a place. You chose to ignore it until you needed something. My heart is big, but it's also learned to build walls. So you are turning us away, your own mother, your sister. I'm not turning you away. I'm setting boundaries. I can provide you with contact for job training and counseling services. That's how I can help. That's it. After everything, you offer us a phone number. After everything, that's more than I had to offer. I found my own way, build my own life out of nothing. But we are family. Being family isn't a debt. I owe you indefinitely, especially when that bond was used against me. Later at one of the conferences where Maya was invited, standing before a crowd of eager faces, is the gravity of how far Maya had come washed over her. Resilience isn't just surviving the hard times, it's learning to thrive despite anything. It's about setting boundaries and honoring your self-worth. The room filled with applause, the sound echoing her own heartbeat. Each of us has the power to transform pain into power, to turn betrayal into a stepping stone for growth. It's not easy, but it is possible. After the speech, a young woman approached her, her eyes bright with unshed tears. "Your story, it changed something in me. How did you find the strength to forgive and yet stand your ground?" Forgiveness was for me a way to let go of the bitterness, but standing my ground, that was for my future. We must protect our spaces and hearts, not from a place of fear, but from a deep-seated knowledge of our own worth. Thank you, Maya. You've given me so much to think about. As the crowd dwindled, Maya reflected on the journey, the betrayals, the heartache, and the ultimate rise. Above the curse that once threatened to drown her, walking back to her hotel, the city lights danced across the sky, mirroring the lightness she felt within, surrounded by people who understood and supported her journey. She knew this was just the beginning in helping others. I have found my true calling, and in setting boundaries she had found peace. It was a testament to the power of resilience and the undeniable strength that lies in choosing oneself again and again. Maya's story has now reached its conclusion, but the conversation it inspires is just beginning, considering the choices Maya made throughout her journey, especially her decisions to not fully reconcile with her family after their apologies. Do you think she handled the situation in the best possible way? Should she have considered a full reconciliation to restore family ties, or was her choice to maintain strict boundaries the healthier option, given the toxic past they shared? This raises a broader question about forgiveness and setting boundaries with family. Is there a right balance between forgiving and protecting oneself? And if so, What does that look like? Please share your thoughts and experience in the comment below. We value your opinion and we look forward to a lively discussion. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content that delves into complex personalities and social issues, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future discussions. Your engagement helps us grow and continue providing quality content for you. Till I see you again in my next story. Goodbye.